Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to introduce the actuarial exam system to you guys. If you're interested in how many exams you have to take to become an actuary, then you've come to the right place. As you may or may not know, there are a couple of actuarial associations all around the world. And the most known ones are the ones in the US, UK, and Australia. I work in Canada, so we follow the US exam system. And for today, I will only be talking about how the exam works under the US associations. And there are two of them. So one for the life industry, which is called SOA, and there's another one for the P&C industry called CAS. So I don't know much about the UK and the Australian exam system, so I will just leave it to you guys. I took a brief look of their syllabus, like the exams that you have to take to get the fellowship designation. I think the two actually share a lot of similarities. Their exams are all named as CM, CS, or CB something, which is quite different from the US ones. I mean, at least the naming conventions, but the overall contents should be close. I've left some links to the web pages that talk about the exams you need to take under each of these associations. You can find them in the description box down below. Anyways, I want to say that the main components to any actuarial qualification are examination and professionalism course or workshop. Although work experience might not be required explicitly, it will be extremely hard, or I would say it's almost impossible for someone to get the fellowship designation without any related work experience. Here is the roadmap of the CAS exams, and I've certainly seen this hundreds of times already, and I hate this because it's just so depressing. It's such a long way for you to get to the last piece. Usually people start off with exam 1, which is on the very top. We also call that exam P. And for the 2 VEE credits here, you can actually use your university courses to get those credits. But you need to make sure that your final grade is high enough. I guess it doesn't have to be high. So in my case, I need a 70 in those courses. So it really depends on your university. Make sure you look them up beforehand. And for the 2 online courses here, each of them have 16 chapters. So like you need to first learn the material, and then you have to take a 2-hour multiple choice exams. So you need to pass the exam to receive the credit. But those exams are a lot easier than the other exams. Next, I want to talk about the course on professionalism, which is called COP. So it used to be a 2 or 3 days event, but now it is 2 one-day seminar. So you can register for the first one anytime. I don't think there's a restriction, but usually people register for the first one after they get their first full-time job, because otherwise, why bother learning those stuff, right? And in addition, your company can pay for it, so why not? So for the second one, you can only register it after you pass your exam 6. Another thing I would like to mention is that you don't have to take exams or those online courses in this order, except for the COP. So for me, I took 5 and 6 before my online courses, and the order of exam 7, 8, and 9 don't really matter because none of them are relevant to our day-to-day work. I mean, to most of the people, that's the case. For some people, I think exam 9 is somewhat relevant. Here, I've listed out all the exams in bullet points. You can now see the type and length of the exams. The first couple of prelims only has multiple choice questions, which are easier and they're also shorter exams. Starting from exam 5, all of the exams are 4-hour written answer exams. Honestly, it's really painful for me to sit there for 4 hours. And these exams are not like exams back in the school days that you can finish them earlier and hand in the paper earlier. People struggle to finish the exams all the times. So once you pass all your exams and online courses, get your VE credits and attend the professionalism seminar, you will become an ACAS, which stands for the Associate of Casualty Actuarial Society. You're basically more than halfway through all the pain. And on top of that, if you pass exam 7, 8, and 9, you will get your FCAS designation. There are people who get their ACAS and FCAS designations at the same time because they might left the online courses or the professionalism seminar to the end. Once you're an FCAS, you've become the true actuary. Technically, you can now say you are an actuary until you pass all the exams and get your FCAS designation. So for myself, I'm really just someone who performs actuarial work. In other words, you don't have to be an actuary to perform actuarial work, except for certain positions. Honestly, I would say more than half of the people that doing our jobs don't have the FCAS designation, and that's totally fine. But I guess to get your first full-time job, you'd better have at least 2 or 3 exams. And personally, I had 5 before my first full-time. Now let's move on to SOA exams. The first 3 exams are exactly the same. They're basically shared by the 2 associations. And the 4th one is called long-term actuarial mathematics, and the 5th one is short-term. The next exam is a stats exam, and then it comes to the 5-hour project. I believe you need to use the software R for this project. Similar to CAS, you also need some VE credits. Again, you can use your university courses to get them. And then we've got FAP. So FAP is similar to CAS online course. And APC is SOA's professionalism course. Once you meet all the requirements, you will become an ASA. After being an ASA, unlike CAS, where everyone takes the same upper-level exams, you now need to choose a track and complete all the exams under that track to get your FSA designation. There are 6 tracks in total. I don't know much about those tracks in details, but I've heard the quantitative finance and investment track is a calculation-intensive track, and it seems to be the most difficult one. And the easiest one seems to be the retirement benefit track, according to the pass rate. But I'm sure at the end of the day, the easiest tracks for you will be the one that you've had experience with and the one that you're most interested in. That's all I want to cover in today's video. In my next video, I will talk about the study time, pass ratio of these exams, and also the support you can get from your employer in terms of the reimbursement of exam fee, study days, and etc. If you like this video or found it helpful, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and talk to you guys soon.